Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you what we will be learning. Go ahead and watch the video. Take your time, go through it, rewind it, play it back, and then if you have any questions, go ahead and pause the video and you can ask me during class. If you don't happen to be in my class and you're watching this video, then go ahead and hit up the Slack or leave a comment in the YouTube video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's go ahead and take a look what we're going to be learning today.
I have actually no idea besides from the name.
Okay,
Custom players, inventory, and global?
Yeah, custom player, inventory, and global. So
You
you might
sound
notice
so scripted.
this is the custom.
So scripted.
Well, that was scripted, right? So this is the
Well,
custom.
kinda.
This is the custom player. It's the same as before, but I will be demonstrating shortly how to make your own. We're going to show how to use this inventory, this really cool inventory system that I whipped up for you guys. You can select different items. You can use items, and except for keys aren't usable. But
Unless you bring them into the lock.
now I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to get hurt. Ooh. Well, I was supposed to be hurt. Ouch. Okay, I got hurt.
I guess you weren't in the triangle.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it was? I had an extra heart from eating the heart when I was full, and I didn't account for that. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through here. Blink. And,
Level 2.
huzzah! So now I'm going to go ahead and pick up this key. You can see that my health carried through, and the inventory items that I had carried through. I'm going to go ahead and hop through here. Oof. I'm in a whole new world. Don't start singing a song. I know you're thinking it.
We're in a whole new world. A whole new I wasn't actually thinking it, but thank you for giving me the idea. A whole new world.
Alright, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and just run over
Wait,
here.
I have an idea. How about we grab the helicopter enemies and place them wherever we want to jump on them?
Heal. Oh, now I've got full health. How handy is that? That's really
There's
neat.
literally a bunch of spike balls.
These little spike balls are crazy, but I had to get
You're
this
the one
key.
who placed them.
I know, I made them.
They're death.
Alright, I know. Oh man, what are we going to do? Oh, that's right. We can wall jump if we're careful.
Can I try? I want to play.
So I've now demonstrated to you basically all the cool new things that we're going to be able to
Can I
add.
try?
But this will be even cooler
I'm a comical genius.
if your player looks like you do, and or like you want him to. Okay, so now that you've seen what we're going to learn, I'm going to go ahead and kill this. Alaric, don't worry, you'll get your chance to play. First, let's have a look and see how the inventory is used.
Oh.
What you'll notice here is on the right hand side, I've got this HUD item. Now HUD is a scene, and I put that scene together. It has 3 things in it. It has coin silver, life meter, and inventory.
But two
so
of them have their own script, one of them does not.
Yes, you're right. Life meter has its own script, and so does inventory. I'll go ahead and open up life meter.
The coin, silver, it's a silver coin.
So you can see life meter here has this. It has 4 hearts in
Why are the
it.
hearts drawn like that?
Because I drew them and I'm not a good artist.
You are a good artist.
So here we go.
They just look like a butt.
And then inventory. Maybe I meant to. So then inventory here is, well, it has a really complicated script, but you do not have to worry about
Or
it.
something more inappropriate.
You do not have to worry about it that much because all you have to do is add this to your scene, and you could then use it. You could say inventory.add item, inventory.use item, gives you the item and takes it out of the inventory, so then you can do with it what you want. And all of that stuff has already been added to the player controller. So as long as you have a HUD with an inventory and you're using the player script that I'm going to provide you with this project, then your player controller will make use of this inventory and be able to carry 4 items throughout it. It's actually pretty easy so for you to use. So I'm just going to focus now on creating a new player. Let's open Let's open up.
Can I create the new player?
Actually, if you have any questions, please ask me as I go through, because that would be helpful.
Okay.
So I'm going to open up the player character adventurer here, and we're just going to take a look at what's in here.
And let the zombie character devour its soul.
So the first thing we're going to notice is that we've got this, it's a kinematic body 2D. We've talked about those before.
I tried skipping ahead and creating my character. It didn't work.
We used an animated sprite for the actual image of the character, and in there we can see that we've got all these different animations. Okay, and I got there by clicking on animated sprite, and clicking on the frames and clicking this little arrow here. And then you can see all of these animations that we've made for it. Most of them are only one picture, but a couple of them are actually animations like walk.
I'm cheering up.
Okay, next up we have a collision shape that defines the space that is where this character can run into things. Exactly, it's the collision shape. And then after that we have the camera.
Which is the thing that shows you if you like move around, it follows you. So you can see what your character's doing without just walking off screen and not knowing where you are.
Right. So a lot of the scripts in here use groups to know what they're dealing with if one of these items walks into its space, for instance.
Wait, so if I put a block and categorize it as a player, it'll have these same scripts?
Only if you attach this script to it. So actually, let's show you what that'll do.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and create a new scene. And I'm going to add a kinematic body 2D as the root node. I'm going to tell it that this is in the group. Now remember, you can click here, you can click node, you can click groups, and then we're going to put you here and you can see that player. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the player group because we're about to create a player. All right. Now I'm also, just because we actually want this thing to behave like a player eventually.
No, we don't.
We do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this script. Okay, so this one right here is very useful, and we would like to add this script as ours. So we can load, and you can see here it's in scripts PlayerController.gd is where you're going to find that. Scripts PlayerController.gd. I'm going to say open.
Ninja.
Now that player controller ninja script that you'll see in there, I was trying to make a ninja player for you guys. I didn't finish it because I didn't have enough time this week, but it was using some of the images that you guys had created for this class. Alright, so that gives us our kinematic body 2D. Let's call it custom player. You can call it whatever you want, but it's easier if you call it what I did here just as you follow along. Custom player. I'll go ahead and save, and I'm going to call this custom player.tscn. I'm going to hit save. Then the next thing we notice is this animated sprite. So let's go ahead and add an animated sprite.
Kinematic body 2D or cinematic.
Okay, so now we've got this animated sprite. Again, you'll notice this little thing that says, it doesn't have any sprite frames. And I'm like, but that's okay, because we're about to fix that. So click here, you say new sprite frames, and click the arrow. All right, so our default. Let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and pick, honestly, it could be anything.
It can be anything you want.
I'm going to make a bunny.
I want to choose.
I'm going to make a bunny this time. So let's make a walk animation, because we have the walk 1, walk 2. We have stand, ready, jump, and hurt. So let's go ahead and make this.
We also need cheer because of the script to make the thing work.
You know we do. You're absolutely right. So the player controller calls on a number of animations. And Alaric just called out a really good point here.
If the cheer thing
those animations.
Work.
So the ones that we use are hurt, cheer, slide, crouch, kick, walk, and run. So that might be hard to remember. So
that's why you can just rerun the video or put it in the description.
Exactly. Alaric's got the idea here.
I
So
have
you can rewind.
With YouTube.
So I'm going to go back into my sprite frames here. We got walk. This bunny doesn't have all of the ones that we're going to need, so that's okay though. I'm just going to use the ones that are there. Cheer. So I'm creating these in order that I can use these as animations for the character. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select walk. I'm going to take walk 1. Boop. I'm going to take walk 2.
Oh, it's so cute.
Doop, doop. Okay.
I'm going to name it Timmy.
Timmy.
It's Timmy.
All right, and then we've got jump, and you know what? Here's jump. He's jumping, and when he's hurt, he's hurting. And honestly, I'm gonna make cheer just be jump.
Yeah.
And let's see what else we need in here. I think idle is called. Let's find out. Idle. Yep, we definitely call idle. So we're gonna need to go in and add an idle.
The idle's gonna be a spike bunny, a purple bunny.
What? Okay. So now we've got idle, and you know what? For idle, I'm just gonna put ready. Use this ready one for idle.
For action.
Let's see what else we need. We do need crouch, which we don't have. We don't have crouch, and we don't have slide, and we don't have kick. Crouch, slide, and kick. Let's see. What can we do with this bunny to give us crouch, slide, and kick? Because we do need them because they're going to get called by the controller.
I can try taking its pieces one by one, creating it again, and then making slide animation in Inkscape.
We could do that, but actually I'd rather not get into it. So I'm just going to make it so that when you crouch, just going to make it so that you walk, just for now. It's not going to be as dynamic as the other one because I don't have as many motions, and kick is just going to look like this. Alright, so now we've got crouch, slide, kick. Let's start at the top here. These are the ones you have to have for the player controller to work. You got to have cheer, crouch, hurt, idle, jump, kick, slide, and walk. If you have these ones, then you have all the necessary animations. So that's it for the animated sprite. That's going to make what our character looks like. Now we have to add a collision shape 2D. So I'm hitting Control A here. If you notice, boom, that thing pops up. You can also hit the little plus button here. Collision shape 2D. Alright, and it's gonna tell me that I need to add a shape. That's what this is telling me. It says a shape must be provided. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go right here, and we're gonna say, you know, a capsule is pretty close to what this guy looks like. He's kind of egg-shaped, you know. The problem with using a capsule is that for player characters, it makes it so that the ground isn't detected as readily. Notice how it's rounded down here? And you may notice this when I...
Also, you do not have to use this bunny. You can do whatever you'd like.
Right. So what you're going to want to do is pick a shape that closely matches...
I recommend making your own character of yourself. It's going to be difficult, though.
It's challenging, which is why I'm using one that's pre-made here.
Yep.
Alright, and then after that, we added a camera 2D. And the camera 2D is set to current, and that makes it so that it follows. Alright, so here's camera 2D. And they see this button right here says current. Click current, and you're good. So now, we have a thing that looks almost exactly like this, only that bunny is bigger. So that's okay. We're going to save. We don't want to actually save any of the changes we made here, because we... Alright, let's... Now, I changed another thing in here. You see this spawn point? Notice there's no character added to the scene, but the spawn point will add a character of the one that you wanted to. So this custom player here, if I copy node path, or I find it over here, custom player t-scene right here, right? And I select spawn, and I want to make it spawn this. We'll go custom player, and now...
Can I play now?
I have a bunny.
Can I play?
Look, he can collect things, he can jump.
Can I play?
Whee! He can crouch, which just makes him walk in place.
I haven't
Now,
tried this yet.
He's a little too tall. He's a little too tall, because this level was not designed with him in mind.
I'm a bunny rabbit.
I'm a big fat bunny.
I'm a big fat bunny, nobody see the dummy.
A huge bunny. I'm such a happy bunny. And
This spike will hit me in the crotch.
So you'll notice that he's a little awkward here.
No spike will ever hit me. No spike will ever hit me in the crotch. That's all I want.
Yeah, he's just a little too fat. He can't even fit through the thing. So you can see that, you know, the player design and the level design kind of
Hit him in the crotch.
have to be done at the same time. For a bunny, he does not have hops, I'm telling you.
He just hit himself at the crotch.
You'll notice he disappears whenever I run. That is because there is no run animation.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun dun dun.
I'm
So if you
bored.
notice that something happened, that's what happened. Alright, so that's it for creating a custom player. And you might ask, how is the player going from level to level? And then that is going to be the last thing I'm going to show you in here. We'll go over this more in class, but the first thing to know is that I created a global.gd. Alright? That is just a new script. I just said new, and I said, right here, I just put global.gd. And I'm not going to do that right now because it is already there. And once I did that, then I go to Scene, and I go to Project Settings, and I go to Auto Load. Now what we're telling it to do is load this particular script in. No matter what, it loads in before any other scenes, and it is always loaded, and therefore it is accessible from every scene in the game. And then I added a few functions. I added a function that says go to scene, and what that will do is it will load the next scene that you pointed at. You just give it the path to the scene you want to load, and it loads that up. So that normally would be like the next level, or maybe the cutscene that you want to play between levels. And then at the end of the cutscene, you can call go to scene to the next level, or however you want to do that. You can use this same function to make it so if you click a certain button, it loads the next scene. And then after you've done that, I added a couple of items here. There's a player, current scene, and items. Well, the player, you can guess it, is the player. So whenever I leave one scene and go to another, I first have to set the global.player to equal my current player, and then I have to remove that player from the scene that I'm about to delete. Otherwise, it will get deleted with the player. Or rather, the player will get deleted with that scene. And the items, I have to do the same thing. So in the inventory, there is a function called persist items, which removes all those items from the inventory and stores them in the globals. And that way, when the next scene is loaded, I can reload all those out of global and re-put the player into the scene. And that's how all of your items and your health and your statuses all carry between scenes. Yep.
How did you place the hotbar and the hearts up top?
How did I put the inventory and the hearts up top?
Yes.
That's a really good question. So let me show you how that's done.
Except for me to answer questions.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so that is done right here in the HUD. So the HUD is, I have it locked right now.
It's a canvas layer.
So I'm going to unlock it. And you might notice it's definitely not moving, is it?
Nope, it's not movable. It's not a movable object. Yada, yada, yada.
Okay. So the HUD, this particular item, I put it at 0, 0. If I put it at like -50, it should move. So that's the offset for that. Now the HUD actually contains the whole thing. And if you wanted to move it around, you can go into the HUD scene and
move things around.
You can move things around in there. And now you'll notice if I play my game, my inventory is like right down there. And that's not great. That's not where we want it. So we're going to go ahead and move this back up here. But now you've seen how you can rearrange the HUD. You have to open up the HUD scene. You can move things around in the HUD, add things to the HUD, and they'll remain there.
So having to make your custom player shorter.
Alright, so that's it for the video. I'm going to go ahead and let Alaric do one playthrough if you want to watch him. If you want to watch him play, go ahead and stick around. Otherwise, go ahead and rewind. Try to follow along with what we're doing. We're not going to be a bunny in this, Alaric. That's just not working.
Yeah, the bunny is too big.
Yeah, it's just not working. So
too big.
We're going to have to load in... let's load in this guy.
Zombo.
Alright, coolness. Alright, and I hope you guys have fun following along and ask me any questions you've got, either, like I said, in Slack, in the comments of the video, or if you're in my class, go ahead and just hit me up in class.
Stick around if you want to see me.
Stick around if you want to see Alaric fail.
I'm not going to fail. I have plenty of video game experience. Just need to find out the control. Okay, just grab the heart. I'll take the key. I'll take all the hearts. How do I take the hearts?
Oh, did you hit up?
Yes.
Up is drop, and I forgot I didn't implement that. Look who failed. It wasn't Alaric, it was me. Hit the stop. Just don't hit up.
Okay. I was just seeing it. How do I eat?
You hit enter. Well, you haven't got anything to
eat. Alright.
Yet.
Okay. How do I swap between things?
Hit tab.
Okay. I have to stand still, though.
Well, you can't pick up a 5th item. Your inventory only holds 4.
Hey, I have an idea. I'm gonna make myself invincible.
Oh, you think that's how it works?
Yes. I do.
I think it might have been wasted, but go ahead. Go.
I don't care. I'm gonna test.
This inventory? Oh my goodness. Oh.
See?
Oh man. Look what you figured out.
Ah!
Aha, you're dead.
And I died from being hit on the crotch.
That's emergent behavior. I didn't program that in.
I'm not joking. He got hit in the crotch. I just got...
How have you done this?
I do not know. I know how to break games. I know perfectly well how to break games.
You are really good at this. See, I jump.
How do you keep doing that?
What, working?
Yes.
I'm more curious how you keep breaking it. Because I play and play and play and nothing ever breaks. And then you play and it's immediately broken.
Hopefully that Taylor Spike man does not hit you on the crotch.
Yeah, that sucks when that happens.
Oh, God. And you're dead. You're dead in the crotch.
All right, well, that's it for the video.
Okay.
So,